tight grip on the game. Do not fumble into the new views who stumbled in. Welcome the best analysts on the tube. You're watching the sports podcast by that dude. Mic drop.
In America, that dude. I'm John Fontaine, my partner in crime, Rodney Bonton. Got a great show, man. We've been on hiatus for about a week or so, man. I have to admit, I've been under the weather, migraines. Man, thinking about that dude and all our great moments, man, gave me a headache.
Don't call it a comeback.
We've been here for years. This is the Mother's Day edition.
Yep.
Rocking the pink, baby.
Gotta rock the pink.
How we do it, man? For mom, man.
For mom.
Greatest people in the world.
Absolutely.
Moms.
Yes.
Love dads, but it's all about the mama. Don't you ever forget it.
Nobody say, want to give a shout out to my dad.
It's always a shout out to the moms, dude. Always a shout out to the moms. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Mama Fontaine. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me in my life and what you are and what you made me. Love you. Give a shout out, man.
Yes, my mother, Jackie Bonton. You know I love you, Mom. And my wife, the greatest woman of all time.
What does he want? What did he do?
Me? 4 kids? Yes. I love you, babe.
Yeah, no doubt. NBA edition.
Yes.
We got a couple things to talk about outside the NBA, but this is going to be an NBA edition.
Yeah.
And since you guys just watched the slaughter tonight, San Antonio Golden State, it was expected, though.
Kind of.
It was expected.
I mean, after what happened last game and
with the Kawhi injury. Yeah,
and,
man.
You know, Pop's comments.
San Antonio had him.
Oh,
San Antonio had him.
Dead to rights. Had him dead to rights.
That was a game to steal, too.
That was the one. That was the one. So it's going to be interesting to see. But now you got like 5-day rest.
Yeah.
Including today. So Kawhi will probably play game 3. And as you always say, man, the series don't start till someone wins on somebody's other court.
That's right.
So
that's when the series starts. That's why it never started for Washington and Boston. They just kept winning at home.
Ever.
But I'm not going to talk about the game tonight because it wasn't truly a surprise what took place.
Right.
Without Kawhi, they came in with a high on Sunday's game, up 26. So mentally exhausted, didn't know what to do because Kawhi's not going to be there. So I expected. I didn't expect Aldridge to play great for 2 games in a row.
Not 2.
And even in the end of the fourth quarter of the first game, he started fading out.
Oh, yeah.
Did his customary LaMarcus.
Customary LaMarcus.
So it wasn't a surprise today, and it is what it is. But saying that, I want to go back to the first game, game 1 of the series. Mm-hmm. Was it intentional? Do you think it was a dirty play?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
All right. I don't have no argument here.
It was.
He took about 18 steps to get up under him.
If you think about it, everybody talks about you got to give him that landing area.
Got to have that space to
land.
But
the thing about it is, if you jump right,
But he's an awkward dude
he's
anyway.
He's
always
slow
falling.
guy anyway.
Come on, man. But it was
dirty.
It was a dirty play.
I don't know if he was trying to hurt him, but he was definitely trying to get that attention.
Trying to get that attention, get up on there, get in his head a little bit.
Yes.
And because Kawhi was balling.
Kawhi was killing him.
He was killing him. Both ends of the court.
Yes.
Killing him.
Yo, I remember playing sports, and when the dude is killing you, there's always that one coach, y'all need to get him out the game.
Get him out the game.
Y'all need to get him out
Do something with this kid.
Yeah, right.
Zsa, go ahead. If you don't play next game, we don't care.
It was always that one enforcer.
It was always that one dude.
Yeah, if we don't have Zaza, we'd be okay.
Now, so here's an interesting take on that. So after the game, Popovich was like, hey, I hadn't seen the highlights or seen the play. So the day he comes out. Went all in. How's a dirty play, his history and all this. And in my mind, and I told him this before he came out on First Take or anything, I said, Rod, you not realize that he had Bruce Bowen play for him?
Yeah, that's true. And I really didn't.
Who did the same thing. The league actually called Popovich on Bruce Bowen
and say, yo, you
need to check him. Popovich went off on the league. He's just playing hard defense. Right. I said, well, isn't this a total 180?
But the thing is, even that night, Aldridge did it to, I want to say, to Clay. Like, he stepped out on him and got right up underneath him, and Clay stepped on his foot. And was like,
yeah.
But nobody. If Clay would have got hurt, I guess he would have been a little up.
It all counts on if you get hurt or not.
Right.
Because
and who gets hurt?
And who gets hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Who gets hurt. So you got no one player for the other team goes down.
Number one.
So
one.
you got to come at him a little bit.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I respect Pop. I understand what Pop is doing. You got to protect your players. You got to run your
100%.
mouth about it. You got to be on it. But it's a little hypocritical, Pop. Because Bowen, see, here's the thing.
Bowen is in the rafters now too.
Zaza is not known for going under players.
Nah, but he dirty.
Bowen was known for going undercutting players.
But Zaza is dirty. Zaza's dirty.
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't dirty.
Zaza's dirty. One.
Even Jalen today admitted that he intentionally went underneath on Kobe.
Right. Like everybody knows people do it.
Yeah.
And when it happens, it's like
If it's your team, you done lost your mind.
And
You're losing your mind right now. Because I know Spurs fans.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out to my girl AT. I'm going to keep it low. But my girl AT, diehard Spurs fan. I know she's suffering going down 0-2. Kathy Sanders amongst Fernandez. A lot of Spurs fans, I know they're hurting right now, especially at the game one. You had the game.
And it doesn't matter, as we said already, it doesn't matter unless that player gets hurt.
That's all. That's it.
Even Jalen was like, yo, if we would have got Kobe out, we would have won that series.
Right.
But if you think about it, Shaq was killing them too. So
yeah, but you take away that outside presence, so then I can just kind of get into the paint on
really
Shaq.
double team Shaq hard.
So, and he was like, hey, they already won their championship. You know, this is an opportunity to get ours. I'm like, all right, Jalen, I feel you. You wrong, but I feel you.
All the way wrong.
But it took a lot for him to actually admit it and be honest about it.
Jalen real though.
Yeah, that's what everybody loves about Jalen. He's real. He's 100.
Yes.
You got to give his credit. So, with that being said, the series doesn't start till somebody loses at home.
Right.
So all San Antonio has to do is come back and win their 2 home games.
And they can.
Then it's the best of 3. In discussion with Rod and some others, I have these dynamic discussions today about LeBron and Mike J. I want to get into that. That's the next show. We get to that next show because I told the individuals I talked to, I said, I can go both sides and tell you their strengths and weaknesses and why they could easily be the best, when they want to be, whatever.
No doubt.
But in saying that, we're talking about Golden State. And he said, well, LeBron beats Golden State, and I don't want to sidetrack because San Antonio can get Golden State as well.
Could get them.
Well, they're a super team. I say, no. Golden State is built for the regular season. They're not built for the playoffs. Because the playoffs are a half-court set, which Golden State doesn't play well in. Look at the Golden State-Cleveland series. Even when LeBron didn't have Kyrie and Love, it still was a close series because they made him play half-court set.
Right. And you're playing a team at least 4 times.
Yes.
And usually a 6-day period is like, all right, you get a travel day here and there, but
and you're making your adjustments. But when you put Curry in a half-court set, one thing I know about Curry is this. He's going to give you 3 to 5 turnovers.
Easy.
He's not going to keep anybody in front of him defensively.
No, he's not going to do that.
And it really comes down on what kind of day Klay is having, because what Klay has to evolve as a player is he has to be able to get buckets or create off the dribble versus just catch and shoot.
He has to be, like you said, he has to be able to dribble the ball. Like, catch and shoot is great. And you running off Reggie Miller made a career out there, got to the Hall of Fame off that.
Oh. And don't get us wrong, I'm not saying Golden State can't win the finals or can't win the series against San Antonio. But what I'm saying is quit trying to make them out to be something they're not, because here's the deal. When you look at Golden State, when it gets to the 4th quarter, even with Durant,
you start to lock up.
Who's going to show up?
Starting to lock up.
Durant has proven to lock up his whole career. Fourth quarter when it's crunch time, 3-4 minutes in the game, all of a sudden he can't hit the backboard.
Nope.
Curry showed us the last NBA championship, 2 NBA championships.
The last 2.
I'm not going to show up. I'm just not.
I mean, he ain't get no MVP.
Klay gives you
during that time.
maybe 3 great games out of the 7.
But you know he's going to give you.
You don't know when, but when he does, buckets.
It's going to be 40 to 50.
It's going to be buckets.
Sure.
So, stop it. Let's switch the tune up a little bit. So, San Antonio, Golden State, I still see it going 7. Kawhi, he'll be back. It's going to go 7.
I hope.
Unless something just drastic happens, it should go 7.
It should go 7.
Because San Antonio plays defense.
Right.
Defense, things that's a term a lot of NBA teams are not familiar with. San Antonio plays defense.
No, the thing about San Antonio, they play good team and individual defense.
Because Kawhi can lock down your best.
Lock you down, bro.
Slide that over.
Right.
So, enough with that series. Game 7 yesterday, Washington, Boston.
Whatever.
You picked Boston.
I did.
And my caveat was I would rather see Washington play Cleveland.
Everybody will.
Yeah, but Boston has a home series and they can't win on the road with either team.
I think people forget Boston's the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Well, they were given the number 1 seed. But they're the number 1.
They're the number 1. Like,
Okay.
I even forgot.
Yeah, he did. He mentioned it tonight. He's like, yeah, they're going to win 2 games in Cleveland. Like, nah, dude, they playing
Then
Boston.
sure, I was like, oh, dang, they did win it.
Yeah.
That's how much it doesn't matter to Cleveland. Like, it doesn't
It
matter.
isn't. It's the East.
Right. I mean,
Cleveland can play all 7 games on the road in the East and still make the finals.
they haven't played since like May 2nd.
Yeah, man, LeBron was in Lebanon, France, yeah.
Every time I see them, they dancing, it's just like, they don't care. Like,
It's the East.
yeah, I don't even have to focus right now. I don't even have to focus
it's
right
the
now.
East, dude.
It is the East.
So back to the game. Now, people are giving John Wall slack because of the Game 7. And he had a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't want a bad game in Game 7. The media hypes up Game 7, but it's the reality. It's the last game of the series, do or die. He had a bad game. He carried them for 6.
Yeah.
Bad game at the worst time, okay.
It wouldn't be no Game 7.
Wouldn't be no Game 7 without him.
6.
For me, it wasn't a Wall thing. I told you OKC. I told you Washington. Brooks, he is not a good coach when it comes to adjustments or in-game adjustments. He's just not. Never has been.
I can agree with that, but one thing about Washington, they've never been to a Game 7 with
Yeah.
these kids.
Yeah.
With these kids.
But they're also playing against a team who hasn't been there either.
yeah.
So that
but
right
they're-
there in
they're
itself
back-
is enough confidence to get
yeah,
through
but
that.
Who on their team's been to a Game 7? Gortat's never been to a Game 7. Nene's gone. So all those cats are young. At least you have Horford that's been to a Game 7. People like that's been with the Boston Celtics that say, hey, let's just calm down. We at home. We got the
So Horford.
yeah. Crawford. What is his name? Crawford? No, isn't it?
Crowder?
Jay Crowder. I mean, that's 2 starters. Those are 2 starters. I'm not saying they're like you got to have those guys to win, but that experience helps, man.
I give you that if they were playing Cleveland or somebody. When you're playing teams that are evenly matched and both got Similac, as your boy like to say, behind the ear.
Similac.
They're both at the same place. It's just a bad game for John Wall. But for me, it was just the game adjustments. He even reduced his rotation to 7 players, which also contributed to them kind of wailing out at the end of the game in terms of no legs under them. Brooks, Chump, fire him. He's not going to lead him anywhere. If he can't lead OKC, see this whole regurgitation of these damn coaches when he got 2 All-Stars.
He led OKC to the finals one time.
Yeah, and
He had 3 All-Stars.
okay, and
I'm just saying he got there.
but he couldn't make those adjustments against Cleveland.
I mean, with Miami. I mean,
I'm sorry, Miami. I'm sorry,
you weren't
Miami.
gonna beat Miami that series.
It was.
It was 4-1.
Yeah, but
was
they won each
4-1.
one. Give me 6 games, damn it. Give me an adjustment. But watch the side of the house. They got 20 from Porter. They got 18 from Morris.
And you know he gonna shoot it.
Yeah, and John Wall was, 0 for 11 the last 19 minutes, didn't
Yeah, he
score.
didn't score
One of those
the
things.
last 20
Bill
minutes
gave
of
him
the game.
38. Bill was balling. Bill's only 23.
That's the matchup problem. But I think for him, it's the same thing that with Clay. Clay
Can't
Thompson.
create.
If they learn how to dribble and take people off the dribble,
Right.
they'll be the hardest guards in the NBA.
Because they're one-dimensional for the
Right,
most part. Because
right.
even when they get into the lane, he wants to pull up for a
He wants to
jump
pull
shot.
up.
They're not making anybody better off the dribble because they're going to draw attention for a kick out.
Right.
But it seems like once they get in the paint, they just they don't know what's really going on.
That's not their world.
That's not their world. But again, he's 23. Clay's young, about 26, 25, 26. So maturity comes, and all that will come with their
John
game.
Wall over the summer. You need to work with Bill to get your jumper like his, and he need to work with you to get his handles like yours. And y'all would be incredible.
7 years in the league, he still can't hit the backboard on a good
Still
day.
can't. I mean, he did hit the jumper in Game 6, but
a jumper versus consistency.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you right
but
now.
But yeah, he put him in a situation to be in Game 7.
I can hit a jumper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you asking me to hit one shot, I can hit one shot.
Yeah.
One shot. So, I mean, it is what it is. But as you said, consistently. If he can do it consistently.
If he can consistently hit a
he'd be
jump
the best
shot,
point guard in the NBA.
he would probably be a top 3 point guard.
Easy.
Because then you're arguing
Him or
rather
Curry?
who it is, and you still got the people who talk about Chris Paul. Then
That's
you got
the difference.
Russell Westbrook, who's considered
he is a point,
but he's labeled as a point. Harden
he is
labeled as a
PG.
point. But the only thing John Wall is missing is that consistent jump shot.
Ain't nobody fast.
Because he gets to the lane and creates for people, whereas Westbrook gets to the lane, jumps and hands the ball off. Harden kicks it out to the wing versus make somebody better in the paint. So his is calculate, I'm driving, kick out.
Right.
Whereas Wall, he's giving you the business no matter what. Layups, jump shots,
Whatever.
behind the back,
Right.
other side, cross, whatever.
They have a bright future, though.
Bright future.
They have a
They're a couple picks, I'm going to say picks, a couple transactions away in terms of pickups.
Do this for me. Make a call to Carmelo. Make a call. Make a call.
I'm going to co-sign that.
Make a call.
Carmelo goes back home to Baltimore in the area.
Yeah.
Stays in the area.
He went to Oak Hill.
Yeah. So that's actually a great call
Make a
because
call.
he can go there. John Wall can still be the one. You still got another shooter. Carmelo's going to draw. I like that, actually.
Make a call.
I like that.
Yo, you're in the Eastern Conference Finals,
like that.
and you got a shot to beat Cleveland if you do that.
Or you know
got
they're
a
going
shot.
they're going to the championship side in the East.
Right. That's
Against,
what I'm saying. You're
yeah.
in the Eastern Conference Finals,
Yeah, yeah.
and you definitely have a shot to beat them.
I actually like that, Rod.
Make
Hey,
a
man,
call.
go ahead and put that on all the sports shows out there.
put it
Heard
up.
from Rod
Yo,
first. I
make
actually
a
like
call.
that.
Make a call.
Now, for Boston, Isaiah had a very good game, not a great game, because I like the change Washington did in terms
took
of
the ball out
defense
of
to
his
taking the ball out of his
Right.
hands. But he made adjustments in terms of Isaiah and Coach Stevens, who is a phenomenal in-game adjustment coach.
Yo, he's-
Brooks, you need to learn something from this young kid.
Great young coach.
You need to learn something from this kid.
Right.
But the rest of the Boston team stepped up. Olenek gave you 26, 14 in the fourth.
Bro, when Kelly Olynyk is giving you 26, he's the second leading scorer.
He's not going to score 26 an entire series against Cleveland because they have big men. Because Morris and your boy Gortat defensively
They're
were lacking because there was a lot of miscommunication between Gortat and Morris. A lot of blown coverages in there. And I trust Gortat a lot more than I trust Morris defensively.
Yeah, Morris saying, yeah, you're right. But I think if Cleveland's smart, they would do the same thing. Get the ball out of IT's hand. And
they will do that.
All them other dudes.
That's a given.
Let
I already know
all
they're
them
doing
other
that.
dudes beat you.
So the keys to the victory, since we're talking about this, because that series is done, of course, going against Cleveland, is their other players have to make shots.
Have to.
They have to make shots.
I mean, you got probably 2-3 players on Boston that are self-check though.
or three?
Marcus Smart self-check.
Okay.
Jay Crowder self-check. And unless Avery Bradley plays like he did in game
Unless
5,
he's hitting shots.
right, he's self-check.
Horford, unless he hits he has to hit a couple early jump shots.
gotta get that
If he doesn't get
confidence
a couple early jump shots, self-check.
And you don't have any big men.
No.
I mean, if you're talking about
Olenek,
bringing him off the bench.
stop.
I mean,
Stop.
you don't have anybody.
And that's going to be the downfall for Boston in this series. If they're making shots, they're going to make this series competitive or some games competitive. But Cleveland's going to wear them down on the
Just beat 'em up.
defensive, offensive rebounding.
So how you think? What's the series going for you?
5.
I said 5 before, but I'm going with a sweep.
You going to sweep?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with a sweep. Unless
Boston has to win this first game,
yeah,
man.
Boston has to win
Because
game
Cleveland,
one.
they in the club right now.
Chilling.
So you got to win this first game
Every
to
time
at
you see
least
them, they dancing.
be a topic of conversation.
Okay, so
Because if they lose to in Boston, are they really coming back from Cleveland?
nope.
No.
Yeah, they gonna come back. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Cancun.
1, 2, 3, Cancun. So they not gonna.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over.
No doubt. And you know what? I'm looking at my notes here, and I didn't bring this up. So in that first game, when San Antonio was up on Golden State
By 23.
by 23,
Right.
they're struggling offensively. I look at their lineup. They got Iguodala. They got
Who's hurt?
Yeah, Pachulia in the game. They had Livingston in the game. They had West in the game. And Livingston. And you're down 23. I'm like, where the bucket's coming from? Again, Brown. I told you guys last week, the dude was not a good coach.
He's not.
He's a good defensive mind, strategist in terms of defense.
Yeah.
Offensively, he's lost. You're down 23, and that's your lineup?
I'm telling you,
That's your lineup to get back in the game.
he threw the towel in. He wouldn't even. Kawhi got hurt. All the starters coming.
You know what? There's a little truth to that. He didn't just throw a towel. He threw like a beach towel.
No, he's like, we'll get him next time. That I tell you what, Steve Kerr better come back for the finals. Because if they
They're
do
calling down the
that,
put
just sit,
put an iPad in front of.
put the bed up. Just sit in the bed, put the bed up. Yo, because if they go to the finals and they go against Cleveland, it's over. Just because the coach sucks.
Oh yeah.
The coach,
Yeah.
and that's what makes
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Wrap.
So Steve Kerr, I'm not saying Steve Kerr is the best coach, but you got a shot.
At least show up on the sideline.
At least, yo,
Get a feeding tube. I don't care.
He said a feeding tube.
That's a sketch. I don't care what you do, but just show up. If you're going to let Brown coach Golden State in the finals,
It's over.
you might as well go ahead and get LeBron ring size
LeBron
right now.
about
for
to go
his pinky.
back-to-back again. Yeah.
It's a done deal.
It's over.
It's done.
It's over.
It's done. So we talk about the current series and where we at. I can't leave here without talking about James Harden.
Wow. I don't know how you get blown out by 40
Without four starters.
without the other team having its best player and your whole team full.
Yeah.
40.
In your
gym.
In your house.
40.
Yeah. All right. America.
40.
America, Pakistan, Thailand, Mexico, London, everywhere else, everybody that's on this feed. What did I tell you about Harden? Even before all this happened.
What'd you tell me?
I told you don't show him big moments. I told you about the NBA championship series when they played against Miami,
True.
2 for 10 each day. I talked about what happened with him, the collapse of Golden State. And here we go again. For some reason, in the big moments, he just fades.
Those are big moments, man.
You don't take a shot the whole first quarter. You take 10 for the game. That's why I give your boy Wall credit, because he had a bad game. He still gave you 23 shots. He said, look, hey, they on my back. I got to shoot.
I'm going down swinging. James Harden, and then the thing about it is, when the coach says, when they ask him, hey, is there anything wrong with James? Is James hurt? I'm like, nah, he just may be a little tired.
Game 6. Elimination game. You talking about being tired.
Tired?
You see the shot when they were on the bench together?
Yeah.
And he had the clipboard. He's like, I don't even know what's going on.
I mean, D'Antoni was just like this on the bench, like.
He's like, this punk.
And he's like, yeah, James didn't look like himself. I'm like, you think?
Dude.
I mean, but it was.
Dude.
The Spurs came out and hit him straight in the mouth.
Dude, I don't hear nothing about Harden until he gets by this. See, I'm not about regular season.
No, you're not.
The new NBA, and I say new NBA, I don't mean that as a slight. NBA changes every 10 to 15 years in terms of just what it's all about, how you play. Right now, this NBA is really about stat stuffing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the hand check, all that stuff been eliminated years ago, but now these legal picks, these 3-pointers, and San Antonio playing them the right way. Don't put your hand in, don't reach, don't give them three
They
free
play
throws.
defense like this.
Yeah, we're not even gonna touch you. Now
I've
what?
seen defense
Now
like
what?
this, but they played like
I'm like, they
this.
playing patty cake? What's going on here?
It worked.
It worked. Don't touch them.
Now watch next year. Everybody
Gonna be doing it. But I don't care if he averaged 35 a game next year. I'm waiting on the playoffs for you, James Harden. I'm waiting on the playoffs.
There you have it.
I don't care about the regular
But I
season.
can tell you this. TMZ Sports seen him in the club right after the game. Harden.
Chilling.
So I guess you ain't that tired, bro.
No. He was turning it up.
And it seems like he was so nonchalant about the loss. Like, they played good defense.
Yeah, they played me well. Yeah, no, you played yourself, kid.
You did.
NBA draft was tonight. Number 1 pick, Boston, to LA. Are we trying to have the 2 historic franchises come back? Did the NBA kind of manipulate this draft for 1 to 2?
What you think?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
Lakers, got your hometown boy. He coming.
You think Ball's going?
Yeah. Of course he's going. Boston ain't taking him.
Yeah.
Because Boston be like, I don't want your daddy.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. I
Right.
think they should go with Jackson Ford, but we have NBA draft show probably next week.
Right.
Kind of look at where we think people should go, what's the fit and everything.
Phoenix always getting screwed, man.
Phoenix.
They can't get it right.
It's the Phoenix Screw Suns. What will happen does happen.
right. It's just,
You know, my boy Book up there. I was like, all right, Book, all right, get it in.
You're
Had
right.
that fan up there, a kid from the Special Olympics. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful little size. I was like, all right, come on, Phoenix, get one of these picks.
we got 4.
They still get some out 4 because Jackson may slip into their lap,
Man, if that
which would be a
happened,
great pick for Phoenix to get that small forward there.
I would trade. I would trade with Philly.
Yeah, I mean, get rid of Bledsoe, get rid of Knight. Yeah, no doubt.
I would trade.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll see what happened though. But yeah, I think it was fixed. 2 historic franchises get the 1 and 2 pick.
Boston's the number 1 seed in the East. And they get the first pick in the draft.
Well, they made some. Danny Ainge, give him credit, made some
Man,
great
look here,
picks,
bro.
drafts, changes,
Everybody talking about Danny Ainge.
transactions.
Ain't nobody was talking about Danny Ainge when he made these moves. It was like, man, he
No,
didn't
I'm
know
talking about
the pick.
this particular one
Right, it
because
worked
he
out.
sold Jersey farmland
He
in
did.
the middle of the ocean. All right. So I'm not talking about Danny Ainge who did in the past. This particular number 1 pick is because he sold Jersey farmland in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, man, the crop's gonna grow.
No, it ain't.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's go to the shoe company, kid.
What shoe come?
Big Baller Brand, baby.
$4.95.
$4.95.
Where'd that price come from? I just think that's how much the shoes worth. Shut up,
It
bro.
sound good, $4.95.
Body
And if my son signs a shoe with a crayon, $9.95.
And I got flip flops for $220.
$220. I'm not just flip flops, air flip flops.
Big. If you're not a big baller, you can't have these shoes. I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Let me tell you what, man.
I'm staying.
I'm not mad at the kid. I love what they're doing. Start their own company. Dang everybody else. The price point to me was made primarily for attention, and he got it.
100%. He was on
And
everybody's show.
On everybody's show.
Right.
Free publicity. I don't need a commercial for the shoe. I'm on ESPN and Fox all day long.
Plus, I do have a commercial for the shoe. Like, he does have a commercial.
Yeah.
I seen the. I was like, wow.
Well, it's done with iPhone, but it's still a commercial. Still a commercial.
You know, people make movies.
You got hate on it?
Nope.
I don't have no hate on it, man. Do your thing, man. Entrepreneur, I'm not mad. I am not mad. Hey, be you, do you. If it work, happy for you. If it doesn't work, you tried.
I tell you what, everybody in Chino's Hill High is gonna have those shoes.
If he goes to LA and they do anything, well, I know there's people in LA can afford those shoes.
It's about to be. That's about gonna be the school shoe for Chino Hills. His brother plays there, so you know his brother gonna wear.
Oh, yeah.
His little brother play there.
Be a good idea to just source the team.
Right. Here you go. One of those O2s. Here you go.
Bam, here it is.
Here you go.
I like the move, like what they're doing. Some people don't like the father, and I get that. But his father is using the media and the system to promote his business,
Right.
his son. Don't hate the player, baby, hate the game. And his
Always.
game is on point right now, dude.
He's doing well.
Hey, I got to give it to him. You have to be a fan of him personally, but he's doing everything he said he was going to do.
100%.
100. So, get to the point of the show. Kind of talked about the Big Baller Brand, everything that's going on in the NBA. You know we got to have our that dude and not that dude,
Yeah.
not that dude moment.
Yep.
That dude are people that what?
That balled out.
Not that dude are people that did what?
And it just the curl just didn't quite take.
Can we, for today's show, instead of not that dude, can we just call it a hard moment?
Hard. Okay. Okay.
So for that dude who bought out?
Canelo Alvarez whipped the brakes off.
Man, I'm not going there.
But how about the fight now? Can we talk about the fight?
Yeah, I got that. It's that dude, Triple
Okay.
G and
Triple
Canelo.
G. I was just telling you.
September,
I said,
baby.
September 6th. We should go to Vegas. We'll
We'll be in Vegas.
We should go to Vegas.
We're going to
and go
Vegas.
fight.
It's a done deal. We're
So,
going to Vegas.
You know, I'm excited for that fight. Finally, we get a matchup that I think is going to be a a really good.
It's a good matchup because this whole Canelo Chavez fight, give me a break.
That was all.
Chavez is not a fighter, man. He's been ducking. They've just put him out there, his name, not fighting anybody. He just stood there and took the pounding.
He took it.
You know, that just, come on, man. You got your payday.
I really never, I don't remember seeing a fight where one guy won every round. Every single, even Floyd don't whip people like that, bro.
He beat Canelo.
He beat the crap out of Canelo. Won like 1 or 2 rounds out of the 12. I mean, he destroys you.
Yeah, but he won a fight because he didn't box. He was just there.
He was just walking.
And I got people at my job telling me, well, Canelo, he's gonna be a better champion than Floyd, better fight than Floyd. How can somebody who got embarrassed be better than the person who embarrassed them?
Right.
That don't even make sense.
No,
come on, man.
People forget about that fight.
Made him look
Floyd made that boy look so stupid.
He's swinging over there and Floyd over here laughing.
Yeah, he was frustrated.
Come on,
but
man.
He's gotten a lot better. Good on him.
Good
mega fight.
It's going to be a good fight. Great fight. Olenek, got to give him a shout out. 26 game 7, man. 14 the fourth quarter. Give the guy his props.
Good for
on
you.
it.
Yeah.
John Wall, I got him as that dude. Not game 7. What he did the first series and the whole series. Yeah. Wall balled, had a bad game 7. It happens. He's arrived, folks. He's arrived, and I got to give him his credit.
Yep.
Kawhi.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Kawhi been just balling out over the last, all the playoffs, but the last week, because this show's really encompassed of the last 10 days.
Kawhi's balled all year.
Kawhi is a baller.
So,
but he let people know, I might not be the 3rd best player. I might be possibly the 2nd best player in the league.
I may be 1B.
We can have that debate, okay? Not that dude. What do we call the award from the start for this particular category? Harden. Come on, man. You should just shave your beard.
You should. Start over,
man.
Start over.
Just start fresh.
I remember when you was out here at ASU, you didn't have the beard, bro.
He started growing it in. He stayed 2 years.
He stayed 2.
So I think the second year when he started, letting it grow out a little bit. But come on, man.
Yeah. Stop.
Can we just let it go?
Yes.
Words can't even express how I feel or what I see what this dude did in his game 6 against San Antonio. I don't want to say choke, but like I said in my Facebook feed and Twitter, he couldn't breathe.
He did say that.
He may not have choked, but the brother couldn't breathe, all right?
Yes.
Done with him. I got Wall on both because Wall didn't have a good game 7. So
that's fair.
I got to be fair. Popovich.
Why?
Because he went off talking about Zaza being dirty, and he sit there and defended his players 6 years ago doing the same thing. Hypocritical, man.
We already knew what he was doing.
I know what he's done, but he went in though, bro.
He went all the way in.
He could have just said, you know what, this is the same thing they said about Bruce back in the day.
Right.
And I get it. Can't do those things. Been some rule changes because of what Bowen did, and it's just unfortunate that Zaza still attempted to do the same thing.
I'm going to replace Pop with Phil Jackson.
Go ahead, man.
This boy is still trying to get Carmelo to waive his no trade clause. He said, I just want to give him a chance to win. We're not there yet. We may be a playoff team next year.
How about put a team together so he can?
Isn't that his job?
Last time I checked.
$12 million.
12 mil.
Okay.
12 mil. The ends are counting like a month.
Yeah.
They're meeting.
And Porzingis, he didn't even want to talk about it. Porzingis was like, are you going to build a team around Porzingis? He was like, I don't even want to talk about Porzingis. Oh, so now you're about to lose 2 stars.
Yeah, because remember, Porzingis left after the season. Like, I want no exit interview.
I'm out. I'm sick of this guy.
What is this idiot going to tell me an exit interview that I don't already know?
Phil Jackson's lost it. He's lost it. And James Dolan is probably the worst owner in the NBA.
Yeah, but here's the deal. He's the worst owner and he's still rich.
Oh, no.
So he's still waking up every day. Yeah, I suck at my job.
Rich.
But I'm rich. So we didn't start the show off this way, but to let you know, the show is brought to you by LJ Beats. Yeah, AZ126. Check them out on YouTube. That's my son. He interviews artists, does his thing. JOP Recruiting.
Yes, sir.
New company I just went in with, man.
Okay.
Making their ends, baby. And Fountain & Sons LLC. And as always, we thank you guys for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you guys. When's the next show, dog? When you got time to put it in?
Sunday.
Look forward to getting with you guys on Sunday. As always, thank you for what you do. Thank you for being part of our show.
Absolutely.
I'm John Fontaine, Rodney Bonton. Peace.
That Dude podcast, you know the drill. John and Rodney, them dudes keep it real. They keep it moving, you keep it still. You reach, they teach, and you'll reach it still. Live and facts on the break above the rim. Fan base loud as Westbrook thundering. Tight grip on the game, do not fumble in into the new views who stumbled in. Welcome the best analysts on the two. You're watching the sports podcast by that